I've been mountain biking literally my whole life. I'd go out to the hills and go ride, and I just really love biking and being in the outdoors. We like to go camping, we like to do a lot of things, and all of a sudden Henry, who was 12 at the time, was all of a sudden kicking my butt, like riding bikes, and I'm like, man, what's going on with me? I just don't have any energy. I was really lethargic, and I'm like, I gotta call a doctor. And that's when we did a bone marrow biopsy, and she found out that I had cancer. My brother and my wife had heard about City of Hope, and that's when I met Dr. May. We were ecstatic, like, all right, cancer's out of our life. Like, hey, I beat it, now let's move on. This is it. I felt fantastic again. I was back to my regular life. I felt like I didn't even really have cancer.
We were in Mammoth when we got some lab results, and right away I knew that it wasn't ideal. On that family trip, there was a hint that maybe this wasn't over.
So after being cured from my first cancer, about 9 months later, 9 to 12 months, it came back with a vengeance. I definitely had over 200 plus transfusions. I had, I think, 9 bone marrow biopsies. It was a very difficult time.
So he was feeling pretty crushed, and I went up to check on him, and he had just said, you know what, Stephanie, I'm a burden to this family. There's so much time that you're all spending focusing on me that you and the kids are just, you're suffering.
And I gave up.
And I just told him that he's going to keep fighting, and that he's got more fight in him.
And once I got hope, like, there was no stopping me. I mean, I was going to fight this until the end.
That was in the fall of 2022. And I learned that I had stage 3 HER2-positive breast cancer.
And it was just like a shot to the system. Like, our whole family was like, how are we gonna get through this? Dr. May's team was unbelievable. We did this big push to try to find someone that could match me in being my stem cell donor. It ended up being my son, Arthur. For a son to save my life is pretty amazing, but you know, I gave him life, and then he gave me life back. It's unbelievable. I went back 3 weeks later, and my cancer was gone. My wife, who was also a City Hope cancer patient, both our journeys ended almost on the same week. Both at City of Hope, both at the same location. Like, how do two people's journey end at the same time in an amazing place? Like, you can't do this on your own. Like, there's just no way. You know, you need people around you. You need a team. City of Hope, this is all they do. Once you have that hope, and if you can keep that hope alive, it does amazing things. I feel better than I have in 30 years. Just mentally, physically, emotionally, like, it is unbelievable. I do not have a bad day. City of Hope literally gave me hope.